Al Sharpton's thirst trap.
Yeah.
You know, his nice selfie and his whole, he's doing it for IG. He's doing it for the gram.
I was just saying how, you know, when I saw it, I was just surprised that it was Al Sharpton because I did not know that there was this part of him. When I saw it, I was just like, although back in the day, he did hang out with James Brown, who was pretty, you know, into his look, so I'm gonna take that back. It's obvious that Al Sharpton cares about how he looks. I guess it's just because he's of a certain generation, and I don't know.
Well, I think
but then I'm thinking like Tina, Miss Tina, also does it for the gram all the time.
Well, I don't think it's about age. I think it's about, like, the world we live in. Like, everyone is on IG. Everyone is on social media. Everyone is, like, showing themselves. Look at me, look at me, look at me. Just because you're a civil rights icon doesn't mean that you can't be very superficial.
It's just like, you know, it's like you're flipping through channels and you're looking at and expecting certain things, and then it's just like Al Sharpton selfie and then him doing press-ups on his desk, and I'm just like, oh.
Al Sharpton is feeling himself. He's old and he's still young.
He's old and he's fit.
He look a little crackheadish though.
His head is way too big.
He looks a little like you're losing a lot of this weight.
I never liked
in your
it
head,
when he first,
but
you know.
I'm not hating on people losing weight. Do your thing. People are clowning him so hard, and he don't care. Like he's of a certain age. He don't give.
That's the other really great thing about people of a certain age on the gram. They don't care. That's like the best age to be right now, to be on, one of the best ages to be on the gram, because it's just like,
you know what?
Cares?
Is Al talking about anything civil rights related anymore?
Not recently, not
like
I
don't, so maybe he's just going off into his sunset years on the gram. But what I did see on IG was Amber Rose's PUNANY. I know we're a little late with Amber Rose's PUNANY. But
do you follow Amber Rose?
I might. I think I do.
I don't follow her. I heard about it on, you know, social media, so I actually sought it. I was just let me go to Google and see this picture that they're talking about.
And I found, like you found it when it blurred. I found it as is.
Okay.
And I was so unmoved. I wasn't even like shocked. I was like, oh, she got her PUNANY out, but she don't have her legs open.
No.
She, you know, the most
on the steps.
The most egregious, the most upsetting thing was the way black men were talking about her PUNANY having hair on it.
Right. You just told me about this. I hadn't heard about it, and I was just like, that's ridiculous.
I was so upset about the derogatory way that men and some women were talking about the fact that she had hair on her vagina. I was like, while they were like, she's a slut, she's a whore, she's a whore, she's a slut, she's a social media, whatever. While they were talking all that shit, I was like, I don't even care.
Right.
But I felt it was so anti-grown woman to go so hard about the fact that there was hair.
It's like,
and if you saw it, and we'll try to put it in, it's not a bush, it's hair.
Like, to have this conversation, of course, you have to think about the dude, because like you said, any dude who she would allow to get near it would not be talking about like there's too much bush there.
Oh no.
This whole like waxing, shaving situation, which takes on many forms for different reasons, only became a thing like in the last, because I remember like a couple of years ago when they had the meme up on Facebook with talking about how beards are back for men, but like the bush is gone for women. And I'm just like, this just started becoming a thing. Men didn't care about this years ago, and so that's why I was surprised to hear about that. I'm just like, really?
Well, I don't know if real life men care. I feel like there are like social media men, and then there are like real men who live in the real world.
Right.
And so the social media men, I think they get no pussy. Like, I think they got no women. I think that they just like, because social media will have you living in a whole other world.
Right.
Where you think you have access to Amber Rose so that you can like talk about yeah. I was very, that's what was pissing me off. I was like, why is everybody talking about the hair on her vagina?
Right.
I mean, like, is she a slut? Is she not a slut? I think one of the questions, or one of the things that I said to you, and I read somewhere or heard somewhere, was like, is Amber Rose's slut walk and all of the shit that she does, is that really feminism, or is that just patriarchy masking feminism? Because what she does, what she produces, what she puts out into the world is the same thing that patriarchy does and produces.
Right.
It's the same exact thing.
Right.
So like,
it's just like, oh, okay, it's Amber Rose doing Amber Rose stuff. Like, this is what she does. It wasn't like surprising to me. It just was uninteresting. It was just like,
it was uninteresting.
Okay, so she's on the steps with her bush out, and like she's got a bomb body, and all right, so now what?
So
next?
Uninteresting. And then the thing is, I was trying to find the picture like after IG took it down. I just did a Google search and was like Amber Rose naked, and there were so many pictures. I couldn't find the one that I was looking for. Which version? Vagina, IG, steps, shit. You always
other people's pictures of her picture on IG. I was like, screenshots of her picture.
And then I think the second thing that was annoying me too was people saying, and what is her son gonna think? She's not acting like a mother. Her son, I was like, her son probably see her bush every fucking day.
Right.
That's her son.
Right.
That's her son. That's kind of like how we're caught up in this, what is it? It's not parochial, it's not paternal. The religious people that came
I know.
to the Northeast. I'm a history teacher, right? You know, they was burning witches and shit.
That
puritanical.
Yeah.
You know, we got there. Northeast white people. It's this puritanical, like, what is her son going to think? If she's doing this, don't you think she's raising her kid in a different way than you raising yours?
Right.
Like, her kid probably sees her naked all the time and thinks it's freaking
and doesn't
normal.
is not even conscious of it. Is not even thinking about that.
I mean, yo, black people are so puritanical. Like, he came out of the bush. Like, I was reading some like 20 things only mothers know, and one of them was like peeing and like reading to your kid at the same time, and it was like all of these things, and I was like, yeah, because your kids don't respect anything, any bodily function, and so like you're worrying about what her son is gonna do when he's older or what he's gonna do in school. Don't you think she's raising him differently from your puritanical way? Like, I mean, it made me think about how people be all up in a tizzy when a woman breastfeeds. Like, it's a woman's body.
Right.
Like, it's a woman's body. Have you not seen it? It's beautiful to look at. Let's just look at it and be like, oh, it's beautiful.
And it serves many functions. It is not just this sexual, objectified thing. Like, when people see a woman's breast, men and women, by the way, and they go like, oh my God, like, you're out in public. Oh, this is inappropriate, because all we can see is, you know, something that is, you know, put in our faces as a sexualized thing. And you know about breastfeeding, that breastfeeding exists, and yet somehow when it's brought out in the open, it becomes like a scandal.
I mean, I'm going to look if a woman's breast is out, but I'm just looking because a woman's body is fucking beautiful. I'm just like, wow, look at that.
I mean,
I'm not like, oh, I'm not covering any kids' eyes. I'm not doing anything. Like, her punani is out, and I said it was even tastefully out, because it could have, like, I feel like there's a line between tasteful and pornographic. I feel like there's a line between.
She wasn't like slaying it open.
She didn't bust it open. She didn't have it spread eagle. Even though that Photoshop shit be real, because I saw pictures of her at Trinidad Carnival a few years ago, and I was pleasantly elated to see cellulite. And I was like, yes, bitch, go ahead with your bad body and a little bit of cellulite on there. I want her to go ahead and do slut walks. I'm challenged by it. This is where I'm like, is this what feminism is?
Right, well, that's the thing that I was challenged with when I heard about it, and the question came up about whether it was legitimately feminist or not, because I struggle about whether that is important or not. But then in the context of her doing it and saying that, like this picture, I'm just like, so she puts this picture up, of course they take it down, and she cries like feminist. And I'm just like, you know, I'm cool with you taking a naked picture of yourself. Maybe not using feminist to kind of like...
But then I think, yes, use feminist. What is it? Feminism is
can we just have something new where you just take a naked picture of yourself and just be like, I just wanted to put a naked picture of myself out
Well,
there.
she put it out there to bring...
To promote the slut walk.
To promote the slut walk.
Okay.
And the slut walk is about femininity. But
Got
then,
it.
so then I'm challenged because I'm like, why are you calling it a slut walk? But then I instantly think about the use of nigga and how, you know, and fag and all of those things.
Destigmatizing or...
But I'm not a slut.
I kind of just feel the same way. I'm just like, do the slut walk.
Do your thing.
Great.
I'm not really here for it though. But I want you to be here for it, Amber, and everyone who feels like slut walks are important.
Smoking, no cooking, the hot box. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that, yeah. Cooking up.
So you brought this to my attention.
So the new line of Ken dolls. So there are like maybe like 3 or 4 legitimately black of color Ken dolls. One of them, which is not pictured here.
2, 3.
Cornrow Kenny is not in.
Where's
this one.
Cornrow Kenny?
Oh,
let me look for Cornrow Kenny.
If you don't find it, I have it on my IG feed. So I was just saying how I feel like I like Cornrow Kenny because I see him. I know who this. There he goes. Like I know.
Cornrow Kenny look a little effeminate.
Well, that's another issue. I feel like they always make Ken dolls look effeminate in general.
All of them look a little like sweet in the tank.
Ken has never, but Mattel has never made the male dolls have any kind of like
look at this
seriousness or
look at
aggression.
This one eyes.
If you really
why does Cornrow Ken look like he has on pink lipstick, like lip stain, like lip gloss? Doesn't Cornrow Ken look like he got on pink lip gloss?
He does. And
then I don't know. This is Radio Raheem. Why his lips so shiny?
Lip gloss.
I am perturbed by this man bun.
Man bun, because I hate man bun. Period. I reject and cannot stand
I can show you
the
a man
bun.
Even when like the Puerto Rican boys be having their man buns, I like
You'll
it.
have to show me.
I mean, like it.
Maybe it's just white man bun that I don't like.
That's
maybe that's just it. Because it came about when, of course, the whole celebrity, like Jared Leto and all the white boys started wearing man buns to the award show. And I'm just like, no, that's not appropriate. That's not the right place for that.
So I'm not a doll person.
This is the one that offends me the most.
Why? Why?
I'm like, he looks
Caesar.
very much like he can't defend himself.
Black Caesar.
Black oppression. He looks very much like he's going to be caught out there on the corner, not knowing what to do when the police roll up, or if he's driving in the wrong place, it's going to be,
So
I want to protect him.
I'm very upset that Cornrow Kenny ain't in here.
He's not in the lineup for some reason.
But we have Cornrow Kenny. You can't protect myself, Kenny. Mira esta yo, Kenny. Mira esta yo, Kenny. And I don't know, like my mom didn't let me have dolls when I was a kid. So Queen Sugar and Power are back and coming back. I don't have cable, so I'm on a delay. Queen Sugar, I'm I love Ralph Angel as an individual human being in real life because he really loves black women and he is not afraid to talk about it.
Yeah.
Ralph Angel on Queen Sugar drives me crazy. I want to be like, nigga, pull up, stand up, get up, stand up, fight up, something. Like, could you stop being so tall? And then what's my dude's name?
Hollywood?
No!
Well, you know, I just know him Dondre White, but I don't even remember what his name is on the show, but I love him.
Now that's
and, you know, I was watching episodes of The Cosby Show.
Yeah.
Do you remember like, he was so cute? I've always loved him.
That's a man.
I mean.
Now that's a man. I mean, I love Hollywood too.
But he,
Dondre,
yeah.
Call me.
Yeah.
I mean, I know your wife is there, but call me. That's a man. Could you mentor Ralph Angel? Could you help him out in life? Because I can't with Ralph Angel. And then Power is this weekend, whenever.
That's on Stars, right?
Yes. Now, I do pay for Stars when Power. So, I ain't got cable, but when Game of Thrones and Power comes, I just pay my monthly fee to watch the whole season, and then I take that shit off.
Okay.
But I am scared but ready to see what's going to happen in Power.
What season is it now?
I don't know what season it is. I just know that every season my dude ends up in jail. Hit the
end. I saw the previews of the next season, and I'm just like, okay, so he's in jail again? Because this reminds me of like a movie where he's in jail. I was confused. I was like,
at the end of every season he's in jail.
Omar.
At the end of every season he's in jail.
Okay.
But I am scared but waiting to see what's going to happen because Power is my shit. At least the Tupac movie came out. I'm never going to see it.
I'm never going to see it either. I was just going to ask you like how you I just, you know, because here's my thing. I watched the trailer and the first thing I thought was like, ooh, I'm excited, they're doing a Tupac movie. And then I was just like, oh, they're focusing on this aspect of the Tupac. But here's something. Did you hear about how Kevin Powell is suing because they used interviews that he wrote for Vibe about Tupac in the movie without his permission?
Oh, that was stupid.
Yeah.
That was Kevin
He made a statement.
Money.
Yeah, he made a statement about that on Facebook, and I saw that. And I'm just like, oh man,
that was stupid. Who missed that? So, moving on, Beyonce finally had her twins. And, I mean, I don't know what they are, but I really need to know their names.
I heard that it's a boy and a girl. But I know she hasn't made the official announcement yet.
No.
This is just what I heard, like, on
IG. Yeah,
on the internet. Just some random...
So, I knew it wouldn't be two boys. I mean, my soul just...
I knew it wouldn't be two boys.
I thought it would be two girls or a boy and a girl. I'm waiting. And I'm just like, I do not want to be disappointed with the name. Because Blue Ivy, or you got Blue Ivy. Like, what do you follow up with Blue Ivy? What's North's little brother name? Saint?
Yes.
You know, I mean, these celebrities, Jay-Z, go ahead and pull a Sean Carter Jr. Go ahead. Be like, all this cute shit, but I got an heir to the throne, and he's going to be a Sean Carter. I just want to see the babies and Beyonce.
Yeah.
Will you just kind of stop messing with us?
Just
drop names. I don't want to see a picture of the baby. Just drop names. I need to know the names of these twins.
You know what's going to be crazy? It's not going to be anything regular. It's going to be like 444 Junior. It's going to be like Lemonade.
Yeah. Oh, what if she named her like OSHUN?
Oh, that would be dope.
Oh, that would be Beyonce. Just give her middle name OSHUN. I remember I was somewhere and I was like, did Beyonce have her twins yet? And people looked at me like I was from another planet. I mean, I was probably at work doing something very serious, but I was annoyed at people looking at me like, because you know there's this thing like if you like Beyonce or if you like anything and you're a serious person, all of a sudden your serious card goes away. I knew that her babies were going to be Geminis, and so I was just like, all right, this Gemini thing is coming to an end here.
When does it happen?
I know a lot of May Geminis. They crazy. I know a lot of June.
I don't know. Crazy.
I don't know any June Geminis.
I know a couple of June Geminis.
I don't know any June Geminis. But I want to just just give me the names. See, because what I know is how quickly people came for Blue Ivy once they showed picture. They called her hair nappy. She was ugly. She looked like her father. And I wouldn't want to go through that shit again.
Yeah.
So I just want the names.
Yeah.
And you do your thing with your children, because I remember, right? And then when you have these mixed race babies, when you have North and Saint, oh, they're so beautiful, they're so gorgeous, they're so this.
True.
And when you have a black baby who look like Beyonce, because Blue don't look like Jay. I mean, she may have Jay aspects, but when you look at Beyonce when she was a little girl,
true.
Blue, look at the grown woman video,
and
look at Beyonce's face when she's a little girl in that grown, and you tell me that's not Blue Ivy Carter. So when people start talking shit, just because Beyonce done lightened her skin and elongated her hair and shapened up her nose and all that good stuff, Blue looked like her mama.
She does.
When her mama was a little girl.
She does. She looks like,
And you start calling Blue ugly, so I'm not mad. Go on and let your babies be your babies. But just drop their names. Just drop a name.
Join us on July 9th for our next Soul Sister Series event, Part 2, as we continue to discuss the spirit of intimacy. Soul Sister Series, in pursuit of a pleasure-filled life, though shit keeps on happening.
Uncle Kenny. Ain't nobody praying for me. Yeah. Look at Darius with his girlfriend. Ow! Ain't nobody praying for me. Look at Darius with his muscle shirt. Darius is going out at night.